Hello class 5 and 6. Good afternoon. We have started our online classes from our school, and in this regard we are doing with our grammar book that has been designed for your syllabus for your grade 5 and 6. Actually 6, but it is referred to the class 5 as well. So the students of class 5 and 6, listen to me carefully and try to concentrate. If you have book, put your book in front of you, and if you do not have book, that's all right. Just listen, try to write something what you find important for yourself. So your first chapter in your grammar book is noun. You might have been reading about noun, I think from class 1. It's very simple concept that noun is something that can be named. The definition says the noun is a naming word. Naming word that can be named. If you are seeing this object, you might have known its name. Its name is defining it, or this white thing might have its own name. So whatever you see around yourself might have got some specific name as per the function, as per their work. So the definition says simply a noun is a naming word. Naming. जसको केही नाम राख्न सकिन्छ अथवा जसको केही नाम छ. It names a person. See, it names a person, place, thing, animal, or quality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your definition says noun is a naming word. Full stop. This is one thing. It's a naming word. Just कुनै पनि चीज जसको के छ त केही नाम छ, नाम राख्न सकिन्छ अथवा यसको फंक्शनको आधारमा कुनै नाम छ. It names a person. It names a person. मान्छेको नाम, ठाउँको नाम, चीज वा वस्तुको नाम, जनावरको नाम अथवा गुणको नाम, quality. So in this definition it has been clearly elaborated that noun is the name of anything that is a person, place, thing, animal, or quality. Get through it. Get by the heart. Next, in order to specify person, in order to specify place, thing, animal, or quality, let's see some examples. Person, Ram, it's a name of a person. Poet, poet is a person. Girl is a person, etc. Likewise. Next word is place. Place, town. Janakpur is a place. City is a place. Village is a place. Likewise. Next, thing. Tisbis, vastu. Pen is a thing. Book is a thing. Ball. Very simply. Animal. Dog, cat, tiger, goat. Quality. Now here comes the word quality. it can be little bit confusing for you. But simply now see that what is quality. We will be talking about the types of noun, and that stage you will know deeply what is quality. Quality, beauty, wisdom, truth, etc. Now just see the examples. Quality is what we call beauty. It is the quality of someone or something. If you say that she is beautiful, the girl is beautiful, the scenery is beautiful. So it is the quality, gun, that makes you feel, you see that it's pleasant to look. She is pleasant to look. The scene is pleasant to look. So quality are the special things. Okay? Beauty, wisdom, truth, etc. are the examples of quality. As for your text, we are talking about noun at its very simple level. So finally, again, noun is a naming word. It names a person, place, thing or animal or quality. These are the examples. If you read it twice, thrice, it will be your concept. You are not supposed always to get by the heart. Get it practically. If something that is seen, that can be felt, that can be touched, that can be weighed, is noun. Everything around you. Next, there are few examples based upon your text. Now see, chemicals, it's water, Kathmandu, farmers, litters, people, rodents, crops, sewage, activities. Now, there are few types of nouns. We'll discuss the types of nouns. Proper, common, collective, material and abstract. Proper. Now, what is the word proper means? Proper. When you talk something exact, if you talk exactness, if you talk about specifically, like you are talking about your country. Inside your country, there are lots of cities, lots of places, but there is a proper name, Janakpur. Among that many cities, there is a city named Janakpur. Means, when you talk about cities, you are not specific. You are not sure. You are not specific. You are talking about all the cities of Nepal. In that collection of cities, if you talk about the special name, a special city, Janakpur, then you become proper about that thing. So let's see what is the proper definition, the definition of proper noun according to your text. It names particular person, place, animal or thing. It is also called a special name. It always starts with capital letter. Your definition of the book says that it names a particular person, place, animal or thing. Particular. Particular. Proper. Fixed. Specific. इसका वर्ड लेके जनाउँछ त proper noun को quality. Proper noun कसरी चिन्ने स्पेसिफाइड हुनु पर्यो. नेम बोइज हरु धेरै छ, स्टुडेन्ट्स हरु धेरै छ, तर त्यसबाट राम भन्ने स्टुडेन्ट, श्याम भन्ने स्टुडेन्ट, सीता स्पेसिफिक हुनु पर्यो. So that is what we call proper noun, and it says that it always starts with a capital letter. Generally it starts with capital letter. Next, common noun. Common. Common noun. Now, see the word common. As we have discussed the word proper, every definition comes right from its words as well. Common, sadharan. Sadharan. We were talking about cities. So we are not specific. We were talking about lots of cities. If you talk about all the countries of the globe, of the world, you are not specific. But among them, if you talk about the single country name, Nepal, it's proper. And if you talk about all the countries, just countries, means it's common, because every countries have its proper name. But if you say countries, means which country? Which country are you talking about? It's common thing. If you talk about all the cities of Nepal, which city are you talking about? You are talking about just cities. It's the common thing, common name. Now see what your definition says. The name, it names a common person, place, animal or thing. It is generally not capitalized unless at the beginning of the sentence or within a title. Man, boy, girl, dog, river, city, village. I have already told you, common noun refers to those nouns that is the name of any person, place, animal or thing. It names. It is generally not capitalized. Its first letter is generally not capitalized unless it starts in the beginning of the sentence. सुरुवातमा भएन भने त्यसको क्यापिटल चाहिँ हुँदैन. जस्तै Kathmandu is the capital city of Nepal. It is in the beginning, so it has been capitalized. Generally, in general, right? Like he is a good student. C is a good student. Here, it has not been capitalized because it is not the starting point. It's common thing. But Kathmandu here is capitalized because of its properness and the beginning of the sentence as well. Collective. Now we have next collective. It refers to a group of collection of people or things that are taken together and spoken as one whole, like class, crowd, team, or colony. Collective noun always talks about collection, group. You are a group of students in the class. So, class is a collective noun. There is a team. So, every team contains some players. So, that is also the example of collective noun. Collection of things, collection of people. Like crowd, herd. These are the examples of bhid-bhad. These are the examples of collective noun. Material. It is the name of substance of which anything is made. It begins with capital letter when placed at the beginning of the sentence. It is usually an uncountable noun. Next is material noun. Material noun. It's a kind of noun that is generally uncountable, that can be weighed, that is generally might be in liquid form. Your definition says it is the name of the matter or substance which is anything is made. It begins with capital letter when placed at the beginning of the sentence. Oil, salt, milk, gold. Examples: oil, salt, milk, gold. So these things can't be counted. These things are supposed to be weighed. Taral. So that is difficult to count. Water. These are the examples of material noun. Now, abstract noun. Abstract noun. The word abstract means something that is supposed to be felt. You can't see with your eyes. You can just feel it, just like love, pity, hatred. These things can't be seen. It can be just felt. Now see your definition of the book. It is the name of some quality, state, feeling and concept. We can feel it, but we can't see or touch it. Honesty, kindness, wisdom, love, freedom, peace, knowledge, etc. I already told you, abstract nouns are those nouns that can be felt. Love, can be felt. You can't touch it. You can't have it in your pocket. Pity, daya, hatred, grina. So all these things are the things that can be just felt. So basically, we talked about proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun. These are the parts, these are the types of noun. And viewing the definition again, that will be sent with your video by the school. Try to get through all the definitions and try to understand it. Try to understand it practically, feel it. Do not always remember things. It may not last longer. And then we will be doing some exercises and you will be sent with some exercises with your video, with your these classes. And then we will talk about the countable and uncountable nouns in our next continued part. This is all for today. Thank you.